Now, check it out. Now, fuck! Try it again. Look, today, believe it or not, I'm actually eating a breakfast. A rarity for me. Sunny side up egg. Ain't that ugly? It's got Tabasco sauce all over it. Woo. It's gonna be nice and cold by the time I get around to it. I may reheat it in the microwave, but I doubt it. Now, for anyone who might be curious, when I was born, it was March the 15th, 1977, 10:04 p.m. I was born backwards, and my head was all smooshed like a pumpkin. And my dad said to my mother, "That is the ugliest baby I have ever seen." My mother had to have a cesarean section. They cut her gut open, drained all the fluid out of it. And I have my first actual memory of being held in the arms of my grandfather, whose name was Walter, who I idolize to this day. He was a farmer, and he was a genius, and he was, I think, probably the most capable farmer in all of Estherville, Iowa. He was holding me in my arm, and I held out my hand, and I pointed trees. There was trees at our house in the hills of San Francisco in a suburb called Los Altos, which means the high. And, of course, I just looking at the trees. "Look at the trees," I said. And 9483696 was the number of the house where I was born in. My dad made a stained glass window on the upper floor of. It was actually a one-story house. We made it a two-story house because there was a large den where his television set, his projection television set he put together out of a Heath kit was. We watched The Never-Ending Story on it. We watched Tron on it. We watched Evan Reitman's Heavy Metal on it. And, which, by the way, he snuck us kids, me and my brother Paul. He snuck us. I mentioned his name. But, hey, I have a brother and his name is Paul, okay? Sue me. And anyway, so he's well aware of that. And anyway, he snuck us in there and he showed us that Heavy Metal. And, oh, my God. I mean, everyone knows it's not for kids. We were like, what? Fucking 6 and 5. He's a year and a half younger than me. And that's when I got my introduction to what I am now. So, that's how that started. And I went to a school called Bullis. It was a wonderful school. I mean, I, as a person who hates school, have to admit that I loved Bullis Elementary School. There's a big concrete bear out in front, big concrete bear, very abstract. It was called the Bullis Bear. And there was a wonderful dog, the first dog that I ever loved, and his name was Rocky. He was a yellow Labrador Retriever, and he would have a green tennis ball always in his mouth. And in the second grade, last time I was there, he would go in and half out, wanting the kids to stop having math problems and come and throw a ball to him. And it all stopped when I told a horrible lie about my uncle, that he raped me. And people started threatening the family, and we had to leave. And that's how I came to be in Palos Verdes.